Hey, it's BGTR92 here, and this is my review of the Uberti 1873 Cattleman revolver. Now this is a replica of the Colt single-action army revolver from 1873. Now I find this to be an excellent replica of that revolver. It is very well made. It has very beautiful finish around here, and on the hammer it has a very well made handle, steel trigger guard, and black blued barrel and cylinder. This is chambered in the powerful 45 long Colt cartridge, which delivers a payload of about 250 grains downrange. Now, I love this gun for several reasons. First of all, I'm really into the whole Old West cowboy action movies and TV shows. I really like Deadwood. I really like Hell on Wheels. I'm really into movies like Tombstone and Wyatt Earp. You know, The Unforgiven. Basically anything that was Wild West. And these guns are the center stone of those types of movies. This gun in particular, I see a lot. It was used by Billy the Kid and Jesse James and Bat Masterson and a lot of other famous Wyatt Earp, a lot of famous people, Doc Holliday, all the great Old West stars, whether they're outlaws or lawmen, used this gun at one point in their career. And I just think it's a very beautiful and excellent weapon even today. Now, this cylinder does not come out like other modern revolvers. This has a flip open where you put in the ammunition. It needs to be half cocked, and then you put in your ammunition. You leave one slot open for the hammer to rest on, because you don't want the hammer resting on a live round, and then the rest of your rounds are put in manually that way. See, that's another thing I really like about this revolver, is that excellent sound it makes when you cock it. It's really, really cool. Just trying to get it to rest on the empty slot here. Finally. Give you a little bit closer view of the woodwork and the excellent finish you got on there. Now, I would recommend this for anybody who likes Old West type revolvers, single action type revolvers, because a lot of people are using smaller cartridges today, like the 38 Special in revolvers, or even the 357 Magnum. And even the Magnum is not quite as big as a 45 Long Colt, even a 357 Magnum. So this is delivering a lot of power, and each one of the 5 or 6 shots that you can shoot out of it. So it makes an excellent home defense gun, excellent concealed carry weapon, and it could possibly be shot faster than a semi-automatic, depending on how well you can shoot. It's a skill to fire single-action revolvers very fast, and it's a acquired skill that you could practice and get very good at, and eventually get much faster than a semi-auto. Now, this particular one has a 5.5 inch barrel, which is kind of in the middle of your 4.5 or 7 inch barrels that were carried back in the Old West. And I chose this steel one over the brass because basically I like the way it looked a lot better. It's nothing to do with the materials or anything like that. I just like the way it looks a lot better. And this is just a very, very high quality replica. I would recommend anybody who doesn't want to pay, top dollar for a actual 1873 or top dollar for, a high end Colt to get this Uberti, because it's an excellent gun for anybody seeking a single action army revolver. Colt single action army revolver. And I would recommend getting it in 45 Colt, because that is the chambering that they did use back in the Wild West. It's got this very nice plunger for ejecting rounds. Can't really use that right now because it's loaded. But yeah, it's just a very high quality gun. As you can see on there, or maybe you can't see, it says there's 2 different patents on there for when the gun was made, or when the design was patented. And I believe those are probably Colt patents, because Colt did design the original single action army revolver. You cannot catch a cowboy movie, from 1870s that does not have this gun in the movie somewhere. And a lot of movies, even from the early 1900s up to the 1930s, you'd probably find people still using these. And I saw even in a recent movie called Drive Angry or starring Nicolas Cage, this revolver was featured in the movie. It was used by the bad guy, the villain in the movie, and he even used the rapid hammer technique, where you would pick up the gun and then use your left hand to pull the hammer back rapidly and fire rapidly. The technique was used in Drive Angry. So overall, just very, very high quality gun. I mean, I can't see anything different in this that you would find probably in a real Colt. They're virtually identical. And the way they make them over at Uberti is the same way they made them back in the 1870s. So, very, very high quality revolver. I love it. I haven't fired it yet, so I can't give you any specifications on how the recoil is, but I'm sure it's pretty substantial considering the size of the cartridge. Now, if you compare a 45 Colt to a 44 Magnum, you'll see that they're around the same size. The 45 Colt might even be a little thicker than the 44 Magnum, but I'm not 100% on that, but I'm just going by what I see. So, excellent weapon. Go ahead and pick one up if you like cowboy guns. If you don't like cowboy guns and you just like the way this gun looks, go ahead and pick it up. There's not really much of a downside to it. It's a very high quality gun. So, Scott Ketch, Speed GTR 92, signing out on Uberti 1873 Cattleman revolver, 5.5-inch barrel, steel. Bye.